been the type of person who would have obsessed over the idea of a wedding my whole life, but I actually never thought about what I would ever do or what I would want until I met the person. Like, it's like then, so I haven't actually even thought about that.
Taylor Swift is revealing her nuptials. Easter eggs, romantically charged songs, and sardonic allusions such as Swifties' inability to keep score during championship season. She first hinted at her ideal wedding, a lavish party that was completely adult only and prohibited children. Then came the shocking moment when she casually alluded to asking Greg James of BBC Radio 1 to the big day, and he almost passed out. As if that weren't enough, her song Wish List, which featured Travis Kelce, Picture Perfect Kids, a backyard basketball hoop, and Happily Ever After, vibes, lists outlined a suburban fairy tale. As a matter of fact, it was the final song we composed for the record, and it was the tune where, after we were done, I thought, what would mine be? And the chorus then discussed it. Additionally, the tune is quite dreamy, it is quite romantic. Wedding confessions are being served by Taylor Swift. Fans are unable to keep up with the proposal stories and the breathtaking bling. She gave more clues than a mystery novel and flashed her dazzling engagement ring on the Graham Norton show. Taylor is thinking of a wedding so big, it may compete with the Super Bowl halftime show. So forget about the quaint backyard feelings. One audience member even revealed that she acknowledged she would be more stressed out by a small wedding. The traditional Taylor, she made it obvious and made a joke about inviting Graham himself, turning the situation cheeky. Children are not permitted. Translation, the dance floor is off limits to juice boxes. This party is just for stylish adults.
I used to kind of have this dark fear that if I ever were truly like happy and free being myself and nurtured by a relationship, and what happens if the writing just dries up? What if writing is directly?
She also did more than just talk the talk. She appeared to be the human equivalent of a microphone drop as she entered. Wearing a dazzling black David Coma mini, she flashed the rock like it was the center of attention while sporting her signature red pout. The phrase bridal glow was essentially redefined by Taylor. Regarding the proposal, Travis Kelce wasn't content with a knee drop in the living room, not at all. In order to pop the question, he created a whole garden in his backyard. For one time, a little Eden was created. This idea received a perfect score of 10 if there were Olympic judges for proposals. That was just the beginning of the whirlwind when Taylor casually disclosed that he was on the wedding guest list. Greg James literally fell out of his chair over at BBC Radio 1. Indeed, the same man who previously made a dubious joke about taking a shower now has a golden ticket to what is fast becoming the wedding of the decade. He even made a joke about requesting that Travis body slam him into the swimming pool. He was essentially advised to pencil it in to maybe just do a wrestling move on me into a pool by Taylor, who was grinning mischievously. Imagine having to psychologically be ready for a surprise WWE SmackDown at the reception after sending in an RSVP to Taylor Swift's wedding. Legendary. The casual invitation left Greg James, who has been interviewing Taylor since her days of country curls and guitar, in utter awe. "Wait, are you serious?" he even yelled out. Not a beat was missed by Taylor. Don't ever doubt that she will do that, because the moment he sees you at our wedding, he will act as like he's simply going to waffle. She responded with the ultimate boss lady smile. Oh my goodness, I've been coming for years. The moment Taylor Swift casually invited him, Greg James took to Instagram to backpedal faster than a DJ playing a scratched record, vowing he'd gladly get on a plane for this one. Though James had previously grumbled about destination weddings being a logistical problem. Translation, it feels like a luxury to cross the globe when the guest list features Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and maybe surprise stage lighting. And Taylor dropped another clue while Swifties were gasping for air. Her wish list of tracks, it's essentially her Pinterest board turned into a song. Forget skyscraper-high Grammy buildings, yachts, or Oscars. The simplicity of Taylor's fantasy is startling. Travis, a basketball hoop in the driveway, and a few of miniature Kelces running around. Although her cul-de-sac ideal may include paparazzi drones circling overhead, she's manifesting complete suburban elegance. The lyrics make her painfully obvious. This has nothing to do with flashing cameras or stadium sing-alongs. It has to do with family. Imagine more Saturday mornings shouting at youngsters to get their cleats for soccer practice and less confetti from the past. To be honest, it's not even close to the adorable mental image of Travis flipping burgers in the backyard while Taylor sets up lemonade stands with their quick Kelce crew. Taylor even talks candidly about previous heartbreaks, acknowledging that 2 times she felt she had it figured out, but this time seems different. She is obviously banking that Travis is the forever she has been hoping for, as if fate handed her a 6'5" tight end with a mustache and whispered, "Here, try again." According to insiders, the couple is also not sluggish. They seem to be accelerating that suburban ideal with the August engagement and summer house-seeking excursions in Ohio. The Fiesta resistance followed. When Taylor appeared on Graham Norton, she finally showed the world the engagement ring up close. It almost seems offensive to call it a ring. In essence, it's a portable disco ball. Forget about fragile glimmer. Ships could navigate through fog with this device. The Old Mine Brilliant Cut diamond in this vintage style stunner is so large that it makes your phone screen appear small. It sits beautifully and has a stylish bezel setting that makes it seem like the star of the show. I had shown him a video of her things since I thought it was awesome. He was simply paying attention to everything when I showed him the film around a year and a half ago. It turns out that I knew who made the ring when I first saw it. That was made by someone I know. He created it with this incredible jeweler whose name is Kindred Lubeck and who does all of her gold engraving by hand. Taylor had a knack for enhancing the brilliance of the gem. She accessorized it with her signature red lip and bang, which are so perfect they might be the main attraction of their own tour, and a black mini dress adorned with jewels. She essentially appeared like the cover star of monthly engagement announcements when she appeared on the Graham Norton show. Taylor, the timing was perfect. Her new CD, The Life of a Showgirl, was released on the same day the episode aired. Check out the album release. Check again, Sparkle Flex. Then came Wood, the song that made Swifties grab their headphones and drop everything. Don't bother with delicate Easter eggs or obscure scarf references. It's a really overt homage to Travis Kelce's offensive line. Taylor isn't even pretending to play at PD anymore, as evidenced by her lyrics about thighs discovering their fairy tale key and new heights of manhood. As if it were a full-time job, fans were left blushing, yelling, and bookmarking lyrics. To be honest, it seems as though she said, "Hold my red wine," after glancing at Sabrina Carpenter's saucy onliners. English professors everywhere are both proud and a little uneasy as Taylor dives right in with metaphors about magic wands and redwood trees. Who knew Taylor could surpass herself in the realm of innuendo? The pre-chorus alone has viewers clutching their pearls and then hitting the rewind button. Here's the genius though. She presents the song as lifting her curse of ill luck. No more banging on wood or 4-leaf clovers. She only needed a 6'5" tight end with, let's say, championship caliber stats, it turns out. She also remarked that since she already has her hard rock, she doesn't need to catch a bouquet. Subtlety formally exited the conversation. Travis Kelce is likely listening with his usual smirk as Taylor is busy creating the music for every blush emoji on the internet. Kelce is well aware that he has just been made a walking metaphor for a whole national forest. When Taylor told Graham Norton that Travis Kelce essentially manicured his way into Fiancé of the Year, she wasn't kidding. He disclosed that a whole garden had been constructed specifically for his proposal. Don't buy roses, Mother Nature was invited to make a cameo by this man. It makes sense why Taylor gave it a perfect score. To be honest, when your proposal resembles the opening ceremony for the Olympics, who needs a Pinterest board? She didn't remain in soft mode for very long though, since Taylor is Taylor. She gave everyone the ultimate quick cliffhanger when they inquired about her wedding plans. You'll be aware. In other words, she isn't giving away any spoilers. People, this isn't Marvel. The album grind comes first, followed by the aisle walk. Her current concentration is on her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, which she claims kept her sane throughout those long periods of time when she was essentially living off of glitter and coffee. She acknowledged that songwriting is less expensive than therapy. Additionally, this record is not Taylor's old diary entry sadness. It's more about recounting your life in high heels with powerful metaphors. Less about doing an emotional autopsy and more about storytelling from a distance. She even made a joke about how her posture confidence makes her hit falsettos and octaves as if she were preparing for the singing Olympics. This album would serve as the soundtrack for Confidence. That assurance carries over into Honey, a song that demonstrates how pet names can make people swoon or grimace depending on who is uttering them. The contrast is painted by Taylor. In the past, a stranger's honey or sweetheart at a bar felt eerie rather than adorable. It was red flag area, cue the bathroom shade, the jealous side eyes, and Taylor sobbing into her skirt on the way home. That type of honey is just cavities, nothing pleasant. Then Travis arrived. His use of the word honey is somehow non-condescending. It has a cinematic quality. Disney starting scene, less HR infraction. By flipping the script, Taylor turns a term that used to hurt into something cozy, comfortable, and wholly unique to her. It's not game when he says that, it's true awe. The sort that makes you want to use neon paint to permanently inscribe his name across your existence. The chorus elevates the sitcom joke Honey, I'm Home to a full-on mood, with words about kicking indoors and permanently changing into a nightstand. Taylor naturally stirs up humorous pandemonium. It's wink, wink, sass wrapped around vulnerability, swift in the classic sense. It's deliciously visual, wintergreen kisses, summer spritzes, and a love so daring that it makes all the cheesy nicknames of the past seem ridiculous. The bridge completes the transaction. Fake lovelies and late night predators that mistake flattery for breadcrumbing are called out by Taylor. However, Travis makes the words sound distinct, more permanency, less performance. Redefined after being weaponized, Swifties' Honey is already being crowned the official slow dance anthem for weddings. Folks, that concludes this video. I'll see you later.